Well, an old dog is here to teach us some new tricks. Please welcome Grammy-award-winning producer and American Idol judge, Randy Jackson.
What's up? You good? Yo, man, this is quite some audience, man.
Yeah, they're awesome, aren't
They're really dressed cool. Wow, who knew?
Look at you. Well, they knew
talking about dressing cool.
Well, no, I thought, it's the doctors. I mean, they don't just play one on TV. They're real doctors, so I would dress up appropriately.
Can we trade shoes?
Looking
I think
sharp.
those shoes, man, those are
Looking
sweet.
sharp.
It's just a little kind of muted gold. I'm trying to
like
color
that.
coordinate with the brooch. Just
See,
on.
this is why, Randy, you're cool. Because you can pull that off.
Really?
We can't.
Yeah,
If I walked out here with gold shoes, everyone would, what's wrong with Travis today?
Oh, man, I might
you
put a
do
little-
it,
I might put
everyone
a little bling
thinks
on my
it's cool.
coat here.
But listen, I was thinking about it backstage, right? You could have a lab coat that was like stripes.
Oh, you know?
You could turn like
Yeah.
gold and black lab. Oh my God.
All right.
Hey, I like that idea.
Would you
I
trust
think
a
Yeah.
pediatrician with a striped white coat, though?
No, you're right. Polka dots, yes.
Okay,
but
polka
not
dots,
stripes.
yes.
And
You're
then
right.
next
You're right.
he'll be on American Idol with his doctor coat on.
I don't know
Yes.
about that.
The lab goes on.
Randy, you're here to talk about a really important subject. And earlier in the show, we were talking about things that people are embarrassed about in their lives. But you even admit, when you look back at American Idol years ago, you see someone different, don't you?
Oh my God, dude. I mean, I look back at the first couple of seasons and I'm like, whoa, what was going on? I mean, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes around that time. And it always happens to somebody else. Even though it ran in my family, my dad had it, I never thought it would happen to me. So I remember I thought I had a cold. I couldn't quench my thirst. I was tired. I was lethargic. I didn't know what was happening. I called the doctor and he's like, well, I don't know. It doesn't sound like a cold or flu. Come in. He checked me out. I said, no, it's not that. Give it a couple of days. If you don't feel better in a couple of days, let's check it and see. That was the weekend. Met him at the emergency room and my blood sugar was over 500. So
Boy, wow.
Anything over 100, if you haven't eaten in a while, is starting to get into a range of worrisome signs of diabetes. So you knew right then and there. They said, Randy, you have diabetes.
must admit, the doctor had been telling me before, diet, exercise, you got to get your life and your health together because the health is wealth, as these guys know. And I just didn't adhere to that, and I have now an incurable disease that he said, look, you can manage it, but it's going to take some work. Now will you listen? And, finally I did, and it's all of those factors you don't know. You don't know that people with type 2 diabetes are at 2 to 4 times higher risk of developing stroke or heart disease or just so many other ailments. So many things that you learn that you didn't think that you wanted to know, but now that you have this disease, you gotta do it. Know your A1C, your blood sugar numbers, know your blood pressure numbers, know your cholesterol. I mean, get with your doctor and find a treatment plan that's right for you. I mean, things that I took for granted. And I'm saying, all my life you've heard the doctors say diet and exercise actually works. But as I look back on it, I was never really doing it. I had to have major behavior modification in every way. I had to change my diet completely. And then you combine that with the exercise. And I just tell people, you got to find things that work for you.
Well, that was my next question. What do you like to do in terms of exercise?
I play tennis. I do yoga. I do some cardio. But I had to find things that were interesting for me. And I always, on our website, takingdiabetesteheart.com, we have a lot of useful tips and hints of things people can do. But I say to people always, I can say to this whole audience, you guys want to go to the club tonight? Man, let's go have some fun. Everybody would go, yeah. I could say to them, look, we're all going to the gym at about 7:30. Will you come? Oh, man, you know what? I got to do. I got to do some other stuff. Maybe I can meet you there later.
Right. Red, how much weight? What was your highest weight?
My highest weight was 355.
Wow. And
Yeah.
how much have you lost?
I lost 110 pounds.
Good for you.
You look good. You look great, but what I love the most is the attitude you're bringing to this.